What's going on YouTube? It is Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina, where today guys we're going to have a very brief video. I just want to show you something in the lawn. We just got back. It's been a hectic weekend, jumping right back into work. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that you can get something from this, and maybe this is going to relate to a lot of other people in the Central North Carolina area. But we have to address and just, number one, give God praise, but number two, address how we are still, even right now, in the 70s, and it's almost June. This is unbelievable compared to every single year since I've gotten to planting fescue. Never has there been a May where we were in the 70s for more than a day or two, and it's been like the whole month of May. We hit the 80s maybe once or twice. I mean, it was like 70s the last half of May. And even while we were in Wilmington, we got over an inch of rain. So it's been cool, and we've gotten rain where I haven't even had to water my grass, but just a couple times when we had those dry spots in maybe early May, late April. But man, it's just been incredible, just totally abnormal, but incredible. And we'll take it all day, every day, right? So thank you, Jesus. But I'm going to turn the camera around. I want to show you something. We've got one problem that's really annoying my wife. And one problem that I'm seeing that I'm getting a little more nervous about. So for a quick Wednesday video, thank you for tuning in. Let's talk about these two things really briefly. So we'll talk about the lawn issue in a second. I mowed this on Friday before we went down to Wilmington, and so the grass color continues to look great. The last thing we put down was 505. It's been a while. We did the 5 ounces per 1,000, so we're not putting down any major, synthetic or any type of fertilizer right now, because normally it's really friggin' hot. But had we done that in May, we would have been just fine. So it's like, you never know. But anyways, we're having another problem this year once again. Here's our we're not going to go over this. This is our potted grass experiment. They are coming up. I trimmed them all. This is Jonathan Green. It continues to do well, but we're having a problem with the deer again. Oh my goodness. This thing was so full, I couldn't even get water in the bottom, and the deer have just destroyed this potato plant. And you can see where they've just come all the way up to our steps and just eaten the mess out of this, and she's just so disappointed. Same thing with our cucumbers. They've just come and eat all of this up. And I've got some more grass happening down here. I've got a surprise over there on the left side that we'll talk about that's just for fun. But yeah, the deer are coming all the way up here. They're coming all the way up here to her tomato, but they're coming up to her. Look at our tomato plant right here. Like, they've just eaten it down to the nub, and it's like we can't get any fruit off of it because they continue to just come up and eat it. And it's like, we saw it yesterday when we got back, and or the day before, and it's like, what do? They're just coming. They just, like a pack, they just walk through the woods and then walk up and then start eating it. If you guys know, we've tried, let me just tell you what we've tried, because we've tried hot sauce, we've tried chili powder, we've tried string, we've tried human hair, we've tried human urine, we've tried cutting soap and putting that, because they said the scent will not work, and putting Irish Spring out, that didn't work. Nothing we've tried has worked. The only thing that's worked is when I open the door and shoot a BB gun at them. So the deer are walking literally our bedrooms right here and our kitchens right here, and they're walking all the way up here and eating. Like, that's almost kind of crazy. It's got to be late at night or early in the morning. But let us know if you got any more. We're just gonna have to take these chairs and kind of block off these plants. But I mean, I don't know what to do over here. It's just like, you got to have a fenced in area. So moving on from that, briefly talking about the lawn looks great. Excuse me. Like I said, the last fertilizer we did is doing great. It's not growing incredibly fast. I did not put down the PGR, the plant growth regulator. I'm holding that possibly till next year or to a later time. We'll play with that. But what I am seeing, guys, is a little bit of fungus, it seems, in the lawn. And I'm like, because last year, I'm pretty positive we did the azoxystrobin, we did the propiconazole, a great combination. The Lawn Care Nut has recommended ever since I've been doing it. You can find the azoxystrobin in the Scott's Disease X, and then propiconazole is pretty good. But just as an example, over here, you can see, if I just go down in this area, you see the fungus type areas that I'm talking about. You can see over here, just look, it's just that dingy brown, same thing that I get every year. It's just that brown dingy area. Now some of this is going to be GCI turf, some of this is going to be that Jonathan Green, but again, all of this has been, you know, with the natural adjuvant. Now here's something that's like, I'm hoping something like this is a good sign, and that's where the azoxystrobin propiconazole has stopped it, and now it's growing out and all the fungus is on the tip. I don't know. I almost say maybe, maybe not, because it seems to have gotten worse since I got back from Wilmington than better. And again, we've been cool with a lot of rain, so a lot of moisture, warmer ground temps, and you can just see it throughout there. You can just see, and I've applied our fungicide early. As somebody said, you're doing it too early, it's a lot of money, but we applied it early. We've continued to do it every 20 some days, so I am not skipping my treatments. It's just look at that, but that does not look healthy. So I'm like, what is going on here, and what type exactly of fungus is this? Is just areas where it's too thick, it's trying to weed itself out? Like, I'm not sure, but as I walk, I see it a lot. And I mean, just, you can see it's just kind of everywhere. It's not every single blade of grass, as like over here, it looks fine and healthy and green, but is it spreading? Is it, you know, the last application of fungicide that I put down, like, preventing it? Is it not? Am I not putting enough down? Mr. Ferguson thinks he is, but he's not. That's why it's getting attacked. Do we need to do a curative spray? That's what's on my mind right now, is do I need to do a curative spray? Now, again, just like we talked about in the devotional, if you kick back this far, you look at the lawn overall, it looks fine. It looks great. It's not brown. It's not dingy. There's not patches dying off. So it's not an emergency session right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just seeing discoloring. Is it because of the lawn striper holding moisture and, you know, some areas, and it's not getting air through there? That's a possibility. We are going back into the 80s this week, so I think it's definitely time to take off the lawn striper. We're June, July, August. We're going to be mowing without lawn striper to let airflow get to it. So who cares about lawn care contests and striping contests? It's just, my lawn's health is more important than looks. Just as one last documentation back here, this was real small, and oh yeah, it's definitely worse. Look at this. This is the Jonathan Green Dense Shade Mix, but you can see how light and almost like, I don't even know what you call that. It's just like a rust. If I had to guess, it's like a rust. Let me pick this off, but this is the Jonathan Green. Yeah, that looks exactly like rust. You can see that right there. I can't get too close, but on the blade, it's just very rusty looking and tingy and yellow. And again, I'm spraying this with azoxystrobin and propiconazole. So it's time, I think, to switch up my fungicide strat, at least buy a different type of chemical to attack this stuff. This just looks like a bunch of mud has got stuck to the grass. That's almost the color it looks like a mud, but it's not. It's a fungus of some type. And so I need to be bagging. So that may be something else. Take the striper off, put the bag on. I don't want to spread this, but it has been back here under these trees. This has been developing for about, you know, a couple weeks now. So it's time, I think, now that I'm seeing it grow. Clearly it's something that fungicide, the fungicide I'm applying is not, it's not resolving the issue. So let me know what you think. Let me know a cheaper option, something you guys could recommend that you're using, maybe for exactly what you're seeing. You've seen this and you use X fungicide and it works for you. Let me know. The last thing I want to do is let this stuff spread all throughout the lawn and cause a disaster. So let me know. In the end, it's just grass. We're going to be okay. We're going to survive, but let me know your comments below. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday. Hope you don't have fungus where you are, and let us know about the deer problem as well. God bless you. We'll see you guys on the next lawn care video. Take care.